Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney, and in today's video I will be setting up my 2026 bullet journal for the month of January. You guys, this is officially my last video of 2025. I'm honestly so in shock. I can't believe that the next time I'll upload it'll be 2026. I'm so grateful for every single one of you, those who've been here since the beginning, and everyone new who has joined me this year. Planning January is probably the most stressful month when it comes to bullet journaling because it's the very first spread in a brand new journal, and you really just want to get it right so it feels like a good omen for all the spreads to come. I am really happy with how my January spread turned out, and I am so motivated and excited for what's ahead. So I am using just one calligraph brush pen from Ardra & Olive in this very pretty pastel blue color. You guys know that I love Ardra & Olive products and I use them all the time. And if you want to purchase anything from their website, you can use my affiliate code KBJournals to get 10% off your next purchase. As you can see from my January title page, the theme for this month is blue bows. I wanted something blue so it fits into the winter season, but I wanted something dainty and light on the eyes. I got the idea of bows from Pinterest and I found a bow drawing template to follow, and I think I did a pretty good job. I kind of stuck with one type of bow. I tried to switch it up a little bit, but I kind of just like the one little like ribbon bow that you will see mainly throughout this spread. But I really love how everything turned out, and I think it's very blue and dainty and still gives winter without like snow, if that makes sense. To make these bows, I used my black micron gel pen in the size 005, and for the title of January, I used my Tombow black brush pen. I really wanted this first spread to be very simple. Starting a new year, I think we are all very motivated and pumped up to hit the ground running, and we can very quickly burn ourselves out. So I really wanted to purposely make space for slowness, if that makes sense. I didn't want to go too crazy with my ideas or with my journaling videos. I just really wanted to keep everything simple and something that I know I can complete. And I feel like that's what this spread is really all about. Like I said, I got the bow tutorial off of Pinterest, just following a basic line drawn picture of the bows, and I used a lot of pencil to sketch this out. You guys will definitely see some eraser marks throughout this spread. It is not a perfect spread. However, I just made sure I took my time to get it to the right quality that I wanted. So that's a reminder for the first little bit of the new year, is to just take your time with whatever spread that you have coming. It's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome. Just remember to take your time. The only one that you should be worried about pleasing is yourself. Moving on to my January at a glance spread. I have been using this format since September, and this is emulated from Ryder Carroll's bullet journal method. This format allows me to log important dates and events throughout the month and look at my habits on a slightly larger scale. So the way I do this format or setup is I write 1 through 31 for the days in January, and then I write the abbreviation for each day of the week that I will be using the habits I will be tracking. And to do that, I will be using a new addition, which is this blue gel pen from the Sharpie brand in the size 0.7. In addition to writing the 31 days for January, I also wrote an abbreviation for the day of the week that day falls on. So for January 1st, that falls on a Thursday, so I put like an abbreviation for Thursday. I didn't show it in this video, but I do add it in my bullet journals. I always add it when I'm doing this format. My month at a glance page also doubles as my habit tracker. So as you can see at the bottom here, I have labeled all the habits that I will be tracking for the month, and they will be shown on the edge of my paper up here on the right hand side. And I will just write or check the days that I actually do those habits. For the month of January, I am tracking quite a few habits. I believe we have about 6, and I typically have had no more than 3 or 4. I'm a little nervous to tackle on so much, but a lot of the new habits that I am tracking have to deal with my intentions that I set for 2026. So I am making more of an effort to be mindful of what I really want out of the year. And that means tracking more habits. So I'm excited. Please comment any habits that you are tracking for the month of January or 2026. Maybe we might have some in common. We can cheer each other on. I think we can do it, you guys. No task is too large. We got this. The design for the rest of this spread is very simple. I went back in with my light pastel blue calligraph and just made a little striped pattern by skipping every other line for my monthly overview, and then I added 2 little bows next to January that I also colored in the same pastel blue. The last spread of my January setup is my January goals page. I didn't list my goals for this spread because I'm not sure yet what my goals are. I created intentions for 2026, and I'm still figuring out how I want to create goals to make sure my intentions are more feasible. However, for the setup, I wanted to create a frame of bows. So using that same blue gel pen, I outlined a rectangle about 3 dot grid spaces wide, and within that space I filled it with a bunch of pretty blue pastel bows using the same calligraph from the title page. And a little warning, if you guys see a oval shape ominous shadow lingering throughout this spread, it is my big ol' head. Your girl was trying her best to get this line to be as straight as possible. As you guys see, I have been cranking out my ruler, which is something I never do. Y'all know how I feel about straight lines. But I really wanted to make sure that this looked the best it can. So you see me lingering. You may see my head pop in a few times, but I was just really trying to get the line straight. Alright, you guys, we have made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for sticking with me for another year. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and Happy New Year!